Hey everyone, it's Austin Solomon, the Solomon Group at Coldwell Banker Action. Welcome to this week's episode of The Real Wausau Real Estate Show. Today I'm debunking one of the myths that people toss out to me all the time in passing, and that is when they say, Austin, it must be a fantastic time to be a real estate agent. And then I have to decide, do I want to go there or should I just be like, yep. But today we're going to go there. So when we ask this question, I know a lot of times people, when they say this, right, they see like kind of one side of the coin, right? And that's like, everything that goes on the market is selling, right? And that's fantastic. So for the sellers, is it very easy to sell a house right now? The answer is yes, right? There's tons of buyers in the market. But as an agent, right, we're working with more buyers than we ever have before. There's more buyers in the marketplace than ever before, right? But there's fewer transactions that are happening. So there's actually more work. There's more hours spent per buyer now than ever before. And that's because that's just how it has to be, right? If there's only 30 people that are getting into a home this week and there's 3,000 buyers looking, right? There's a lot of man hours that are going into that with not actually much, happening as far as like a buyer securing a home or a seller, selling a home, right? So as an agent, like I'm not trying to complain here, right? But I just want to kind of set the record straight that agents are working really hard right now to get their buyers into homes, and even on the selling side too, right? There might be 40 showings that are coming in on one of my homes, right? And that's 40 agents, that's 40 clients, that's 40 people that might have questions about like how old is the roof, why are the sellers selling, what's their ideal closing date, and you have 10 offers. Those are 10 people that are like working really hard to try to get this home, right? And as the listing agent of that house, like I want to cater to these people's needs, and I know how important it is to, like, when I'm trying to write an offer for a buyer on the house, to know what's going on to try to help that buyer out. So as the listing agent, right, that's a lot of people that you're trying to cater to their needs and answer questions about the home. And versus like 3 years ago, maybe you'd only have like 5 people looking at that house, and maybe of those 5, maybe 2 write an offer and 1 gets accepted, right? So on one hand, is the market really good? Yes, like most homes that we put on the market are selling, which is fantastic, right? But I think one of the things that's kind of a misconception is like the amount of work that goes into selling a house, right? Or the amount of work that goes into finding a buyer a home right now is more than ever before. With the caveat of the fact, like, well, back in like, if we go further back, right, when homes weren't selling at all, obviously that was a time that was very difficult for sellers. But I guess what I want to just say is that, yes, the market is fantastic, right? We're super appreciative to have all the wonderful clients that we work with and to be able to do what we do. And I'm certainly not complaining about the market, because the market is what it is. My job is just to help buyers and sellers deal with the market. Like, we can't change that, right? But I understand that real estate agents right now, they're putting a lot of work in, and it's a difficult market to be an agent in right now because everything's so fast paced, right? And only few offers are getting accepted, and there's so few homes to sell. So hopefully things will get a little bit better for the market and be a little bit more balanced moving forward. Thanks so much for tuning in. Thanks so much for tuning in to this week's episode of The Real.